Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't already done so, I make videos every 24 hours. Somebody wrote a comment, this was a while ago, and they were asking why my videos constantly have this up and down kind of pattern, or up, and then down. So more so sentiment. You'll notice some days the news is hey, this is about to happen. Crypto price is going higher. This is blah, blah, blah. Then the next 2 days will be well, prices might not go up. And they were why do you do that? And it's because if you haven't figured out, I do daily cryptocurrency news. So whatever the news is on that day, that's what the sentiment of the video is usually going to be. You see how some days the price is going up by 15% every day? That's happy. If we get news that the tariffs are causing the cryptocurrency market to go down, that's sad. So therefore, that's going to heavily affect, I don't know. I've seen many people asking over the years, and I didn't know if it was a joke at first. No, it's the current happenings within the cryptocurrency space. That's what we are going over. On that note, we are currently, the news about the tariffs is constantly weighing heavy on the market. We need to get out of that rut so that things become a lot better, and I mean completely a lot better. We're getting a lot of price predictions, and I mean we always get them. It's not like these are brand new. It's a price per what? We're always getting these, but the thing that's still interesting for me is that how many of them are positive and optimistic. One of the current themes of spring leading into summer is that the tariff news will eventually end. If you missed any of the last couple of videos, it's what's swinging the market in a negative direction. When we get news that the tariffs might be over, the cryptocurrency market ends up going up. Logical, right? On top of that, there are rumors, and I've said this for months, I don't know where these are coming from, that Jerome Powell is going to lower interest rates or announce a reduction sometime in May. If you missed, I want to say a month ago, we had news from, I believe it was Bank of America. It's one of the larger banks, not a, side bank. A very large bank said they're expecting May, July, I think it was September and November rate cuts. They're expecting 4 times that the Fed is going to lower interest rates. If that happens, cool. We literally actually go to the moon in price. The other thing is that since we actually recently broke a number of, the word's not ceilings, also not barriers. Basically, we went past numbers that a lot of analysts were saying that we needed to go through once again in order to revalidate that we were actually in a bull market. And as we crossed a number of those recently, the analysts are once again saying, okay, everything is still validated. The weird part is that we should have been moving up since around February. Got it. But now as we look like we might be recovering in price, it feels like a bit of a wait and see kind of thing. If you ever looked at that chart that shows the euphoria phase, the disbelief phase, all that kinds of things, I think we are at the doorstep of disbelief for the idea that the market could be recovering and that this actually could be what we've all been waiting for since essentially the beginning of the year, but basically also since February. A lot of analysts are also, have you seen this thing people are talking about, prices coiling? Imagine a snake of some sort, literally coiling itself up, getting ready to strike. I don't know why maybe because it seems cool to a lot of the analysts, but that's also one of the things that people keep throwing out there is this idea of the market coiling. Apparently, February, March, April, we were supposed to have gone higher in price. Understood. But since then, we've actually been coiling up in price, doing these like price channels that are descending or ascending, whatever the case might actually be, leading people to say that when we do go back up in price, it's literally going to be the result of all of this coiling, and it's going to like explode a lot higher. And I needed to say all of that so when I say these numbers, you don't think I'm absolutely insane. There's a company, they're not making waves, they're like lightly making tsunamis right now within the cryptocurrency space. We've had optimism for a while. You're usually hard pressed to find a rich person, an institution, an analyst who's like, things look kind of bad. On the other side, we always have people who are like, things look good, things are okay, they're gonna get better, or things look fantastic. This one right here is spectacular. I don't really know. They're a company called Sistine Research. They said that their, you ready? They said that their number here that I'm going to tell you feels a bit conservative in that it's actually a little bit low compared to where they think things are going to go. They think that the cryptocurrency market is following a 2017 pattern. And if we follow those exact same movements of all the altcoins, it's basically going to make people insanely wealthy. One of the generalized ideas for XRP has been, please hear me out, has been that we are going to go to a $7 or a $10 XRP. It's literally written in the digital stars at this point. The previous all-time high was almost a smidge away from $4. It is believable that after everything that's taken place over the last few years, $3.50 can flip into $7 XRP. From the $4, you can get an $8 XRP. It doesn't take a lot to get it to $10 with all of this momentum. Sistine Research says their current charts are showing that in 2025, XRP on a conservative note is going to anywhere from 33 to 50 US dollars this year. I wrote on Twitter, people need to calm down. Like really just like go for a walk, go for a jog in the woods, drink some water, just do something. I wrote on Twitter, if we get to a $50 XRP, I'm buying a Lamborghini. I don't even like cars. That would signal like such a huge amount of money has flown into this market that I can literally buy something stupid. I mean, will I actually buy it? I don't know, but it seems like a lot of fun if I actually did it, but I would never actually. The point is, oh, also the point of that story was someone was like, oh, good job buying something that like depreciates in value. And I was like, you've never bought anything stupid. Everything you've ever bought in your entire life has only been an investment. Like I said, please just go for a walk. I get that everyone's very tense because of the market, but yeah. Sistine Research says, according to their charts, if we follow the you ready? If we follow the 2017 charts for XRP, their numbers are actually showing a $77 to a $100 US XRP. I know it sounds crazy. That would make a lot of people, that would make 90% of people within crypto very happy. And then the other 10% who made sure that they never bought XRP, they'd probably be a little bit angry. These numbers are wild because we have had this idea, $10 XRP. I think the craziest that we've ever seen was like $15. People were like, whoa, calm yourself. They said conservative $33 to $50 by the end of this year, but their charts are showing $77 to $100 per XRP if it ends up following once again the 2017 charts. I know it's difficult because it's also for me as well. Understand that I'm going over the news, but I'm also like reading it and seeing it and absorbing it myself. I would love nothing. I would love nothing more than a $100 XRP. If we end up getting there by the end of the year, understand. I'm buying something stupid. I really don't care. If XRP goes to $100, note, I'm gonna get an investment property or multiple, but I got to do something stupid because after all this stuff that we've been through with XRP and the lawsuits and Ripple versus SEC over all these years and everyone talking nonsense since 2016, I'd have to like celebrate in some ridiculous way. Always remember, the first thing you do is to buy a cash producing asset. And I told you before, I said it in other videos. First thing you do, buy a cash producing asset and then go have fun. After that, I don't care. Just go live your life. But yeah, dude. Let's see what ends up happening. I think we're still in the $10 to $15 XRP kind of range. This is what most charts are showing. But this is why I said Sistine Capital's making mini tsunamis because of their charts. Yeah. Well, I hope that you've all enjoyed. I really hope that we have like the most spectacular bull run ever. We are literally just waiting for the news that the tariffs are gone. That's all we're waiting for. Hope you've all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.